Okay, here we are. We've just come back from Lost Wing. Back to, let's say this is Sid's hideaway of lame dudes. And I don't know if we're going to find some Moogle in this episode. I can't promise that. Who can, really? The game needs to pick up soon. I'm still kind of in this very linear sort of a thing that's going on. I'm going to see if I can turn up the brightness. No, I can't seem to affect brightness on my machine here. Different, slightly improved, I think, lighting situation for the more intimate evening style camera that we've got going on here. I don't know if I'll keep up with the face cam thing. It seems like a simple enough fix. I discovered that I can just use my iPhone for a camera. I got like a little spring arm thing hanging over my monitor. I don't know. I feel like I got a good setup here, but you tell me. Is this better or is it worse? Does it stink? It stinks, doesn't it? Even with the cool lighting, the suave lighting.
You're the kind man who saved Mummy.
Yes, I am. No problem, kid. This guy looks like he's got a unique icon. He must have something important. I don't have a longsword. I have a broadsword. Whoa, that's like an extra 15 damage. Do I got the cheddar for this? Seems like it.
I hope it's to your liking.
Okay. Wolfskin sash. Why would I not? For an extra 2 defense. Traveler's bands. It's an extra 5 on the defense. I feel like you gotta buy all this stuff. Meteorite. I'm good on those. What? Orchestral roll. 40,000 gil. 40,000 gills. Too much. I needed to decompress today. to be quite frank. This is not a weekend. I basically just had the kind of day that's like, we're dealing with localization. And you might not know it if you're not a game developer, but localization is a damn nightmare. I'm just going to go straight for this quest destination. Localization's a damn nightmare. I want to just develop my game in English and then send it off to another company to do the localization. You can't really do that.
Quentin, my good man.
Not for simultaneous release.
I thought as much. Where do you find that one?
Oh, him? You won't believe me if I told you. Quentin here is an old friend, one who is sympathetic to our cause.
Sympathetic? And he knows about your little sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
A dominant? Here? Now that I would like to see.
Meaning you haven't?
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lost Wing. Take your brand, for example. People will see that at once. And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer.
I read that as beaver.
You are afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked. Happily, I can provide a solution to your dilemma, as a favor to Sid, that is. Take this. You will find it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues.
The seal obtained. You accept the hanged man.
May the mothers guide
you.
Oh,
I got some deals in my wish list.
might be Imperial land, but here in Lost Wing, it's his word that's law.
But how?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lost Wing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
Let's see if this thing really works.
Gather information from the villagers. 0 of 2. Okay, well, I pretty much just have the 2. Just go to point A or go to point B. Well, okay, at least they let you know where to go. Wait, was there a way around here? No. Wait. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. He went the wrong way. You know, probably, it's kind of hard to see. Probably getting a little lost here. So the game, the pacing can be so slow at times. It seems like they just kind of went against what everybody else is doing.
That a hanged man, I see. Master Quentin must think you're important. It was a good thing you done today, getting rid of those bastards. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now, along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up in his robes like one of Great Grieger's churchmen.
Do you recall anything else about him?
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did, including the church, and wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you.
By the way, it's getting pretty hot where I live, so you're going to hear some fans kicking on now and then. Probably not too loud, but that PS5 warms up pretty quick too.
That's all you remember.
What do you got to say, woodcutter?
Master Quinton took a liking to you, I see. And there I was, thinking you were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot bearers around these parts. But I do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Did you get a look at him?
Didn't have a chance. One of the other bearers might have done.
Thank you.
Cool, cool. Have you seen any
Sid's
Mughals?
found anything?
Still, no sign. They're just as elusive in game as they are in real life.
Tell me that scowl means you've got good news.
And trigger a cutscene. 10-minute cutscene?
So, a shady lad with a hood, and his equally shady lass. Not much to go on,
But
I've been thinking, if our friend is a dominant, why not just burn the Royalists to a crisp? There's a reason he's holding back, and I reckon it has something to do with his partner.
what makes you say that?
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominants like to think twice before starting any fires. Whoever he is, he's shown himself to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble. For us and the Royalists both. Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we?
Alrighty. They could have just given me like a mission log. I need to run around town.
About those beds.
Beds? I seem to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose.
I bet he sleeps in his armor.
My thanks, Quentin. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services. The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
As you wish.
Tall order. The following evening.
Well, that took longer than expected. First time dismantling the barricade? It gets easier, don't worry.
I won't.
If we leave now, we'll arrive at the care when the shadows are at the deepest. Unless you'd rather wait.
No more waiting.
I'm actually surprised they didn't just like make you do some mini game.
Unless...
I know of another shortcut.
It's funny. I was convinced that we were at Sid's place now, but no, this is Lost Wing. Okay, so I was completely turned around. I am tired. But yeah, it seems like we're traveling. We're trying to find this this fire dominant or a fire mage. Still, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that they didn't actually turn that into some kind of a mini game with because they like to drag things out in this version or this game.
Away from the kind of thing that happened last night, which only makes it worse.
This is one of the problems that I was talking about doing that photorealistic art style, is that this looks so much like Sid's place that when they first pop you in here, it's like even the bridges, the architecture, all the structures, it's what they would call like a culture kit. And even in like a lot of the parts of the walls, I mean, it is different, don't get me wrong, but like at first glance, it's made up of all the same parts. They even have like a little pond. It's all inside of a cave kind of a thing. So yeah, my first impulse was like, oh, I guess I'm back at Sid's place. But no. This is meant to be a different sort of hideaway, a different village. So that's a little disorienting. Just because of the similarities in all the parts. And that's ultimately what you get when you go a little bit too like photorealistic. It's kind of my problem with Diablo 3 or Diablo 4 as well. Much more prefer like the kind of more exaggerated stuff that you see in more stylized type of a design, because this would have just unique architecture throughout if it was more of a traditional Final Fantasy. But I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of places that are going to use the same architecture, the same culture kit, the same grass and trees and roots, and yeah, see, look, like that's the same stuff, the same parts that you see back at Sid's place. So kind of lacks a unique identity for each village, I guess, is the best way to put it.
The road here cuts through Lorbert's Pass to Clare Northern. You're not thinking of heading that way, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am. I fully intend to.
If the Royalists were looking to take the care, they'd have posted sentries to prevent any unwelcome surprises. At least I would have.
Well, you should know.
Music kind of sounds like we're going to see some combat here. This totally looks like Pacific Northwest. Mm-hmm. Yep, here we go. Royal Mastiff.
Told you.
That's enough.
And cue particle systems. Apparently some people's PS5s are overheating from this playing this game. It's probably the combination of the game coming out this summer and it being kind of a hog on the GPU.
What is thinking? Why take a stronghold they've no chance of holding?
When they've no intention of holding it. The king is up to something.
Are we...
Well, you don't think they're acting on a whim, do you? This is one of His Majesty's cunning stunts, and he sent his best to execute it.
What I'm wondering is, are we already getting to, like, near the end of the life cycle of the PS5? If games that are coming out are overheating the system, that means they're really pushing them. If they're already getting really pushed, I mean, Nintendo's just going to, like, skip a generation. They'll probably not even put out a Switch 2 for another 3 years. And they wouldn't even have to. Why put out another system? We may never get a Switch 2, but we'll get a PS6.
Keep your distance, boy. You know what to do, boy. Stay down.
I'll tell your lady you tried.
So far, I'm not really finding the combat to be particularly challenging. I don't know if that's just because of the rings that I have on, or probably is. I have like the easy mode rings on. Ring of Assistance and all that.
Hard nut to crack, even when it isn't crawling with royalists.
I don't care who else is in there.
Neat stream, though. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, it kind of implies like a neat history, you know, that... Was there like a bridge going across there at one point that connected into that Lost Wing? Possibly. That's kind of cool. Just the implication of that.
Sick of Toggle.
Bit of a problem with this structure, though, is it seems like you're just playing as Clive. Now, I don't know if you get to play as any other characters yet, but it rather seems like the last few Final Fantasy games you just play as a dude, or you can't really play as any other characters in the 15 either.
Much as I enjoy battering down the front door, I hazard this endeavour will require a bit more tact.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge. It should see us through to the lower levels of the care. Sid. We both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want? Why would you risk your life for a handful of outcasts?
Fortune and glory.
If anyone ever learned what you've been doing with their property...
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build a place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are. But our world isn't ready for a place like that. So, until it is, I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
It's also a good storytelling technique, by the way. Introduce a character, they ally with you, you don't quite trust them, reveal a little bit of like what motivates them slowly over time, naturally, organically, as the character is trying to figure out if they can trust them.
Tell me about this, Benedicta.
And then the red herrings, the reasons not to trust.
Best and worst decision I ever made. Don't underestimate her, Clive. A fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda, Warden of the Wind.
Hey?
Okay, I guess you can go... It says you can go back to Lost Wing? Or... Yeah, okay, this is where we're supposed to go. Let's just go straight for it. Usually you can't go anywhere else anyway. Well, why would I go back? No reason to. I guess it's just a way to sort of like say, are you ready to initiate the next mission, I guess. Structurally, that's an odd choice. Like her nail color. I wonder what the significance of the red star is, or if that's just an accident. With a game this realistic, subtleties, I imagine, mean something.
The eastern territories all but belong to the orcs.
I'll have my men ready to depart by noon.
Don't bother.
Whoa.
But what of the mines? Without adamantite...
The blight would have engulfed the mines ere long. Besides, you already have your orders.
Yes, my liege.
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing day. The land starved of the ether that gives it life. And as the fringes fade, the people flock to the mother crystals, desperate for their blessing. The war we wage for possession of that blessing, it breaks us from within, hastening us to our own destruction.
And so you do what must be done.
I unite the dominants, that we may bring an end to the strife, and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow. The world must be restored, and I will see it so.
You might have already had Sidolphus not betrayed us.
Him again. Lust you still for his embrace?
But... of course not. My liege. I serve you, and you alone.
She's sneaky. Don't trust her.
I remember well the day you first entered these halls. Your pale hand pressed into his, as if it would never let go.
That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is the only hand I need. Now and always.
Soon, my dear. Soon all will know whose hand it is that keeps them from falling into the darkness.
Hold me, my liege. Never let me go.
She's sneaky. That's going to be his downfall right there. Her. Benedicta.
One
What,
of
did
our
she sense
sentries
him?
has failed to report, milady. Your orders?
Pull the men back inside the care, Geralf.
He is here, then.
Have them lead Sid and his little pet to the chapel. I shall entertain them there. So you've come for me after all.
Was that the Phoenix pendant? It kind of looked like it. I'm not sure what the significance of that is. Why would she have that? Maybe I missed something. Caer Norvent, the Holy Empire of Sembrukir. Sembrukir.
All clear.
Sembrukir. I'm going to keep mispronouncing. Oh man, it's too dark in here. I can't even see anything. Headwind. Alrighty. What do we got?
That's a nice
Oh.
trick. teach me sometime.
Power of the Phoenix, baby, yeah. I imagine, I mean, Clive, he's not a dominant, but he wields the power. Well, is he a dominant? That's a little unclear. But he does wield the power. He's definitely a bearer, which is probably just somebody who can use the magic. But he certainly is going to probably grow in power, and then at some point probably be able to resurrect himself.
They may be
I'll bet.
holding the bearers there.
Something crazy like that.
As long as we keep ourselves on this side of the bars.
Character's in kind of a sneaky pose, but I imagine there's probably no sneaking at all through here.
They're all empty.
And you're gonna give up?
Sid, this gate.
Need some help.
Man, they're already lugging around all that armor. At least Clive is. He's already carrying tons of stuff.
Ain't you all right yet, Clive?
Not a very useful gate if two dudes can just lift it up like that.
Did you hear that?
Unfortunately, yes.
There we go.
Search is over.
I do dig the Phoenix abilities, though. It's nice for clearing a room. That's a nice counter.
So, where to next?
There's only one way to go. What do you what do you mean? Where to? The door. How about that? Sidolphus.
This door only leads to more royalists. We'd better find another one.
Okay.
Take your pick.
Second door? Not here. Window? Okay.
How about a window?
Bloody show off.
You know, to be quite honest, I did not like the armor design. When I first saw it, you can watch many of my old videos where I was quite critical of his armor design from the trailer and the early stuff, because it just looked like all the other soldiers, you know. But putting him next to Sid, he definitely does have a little bit more of a distinct look, and I do really love that raised collar kind of along the back of the neck like that. That's really cool, the layering of the chainmail with like the leather, combination of leather with chainmail. It's a really nice design for something that's subtle, but you don't notice it unless you're close up.
Right where the royalists left them.
It's the kind of thing you don't really notice unless the camera's really close, but there's so many cutscenes, I see why they did it now. Usually there are two departments, by the way. There's the in-game, you know, combat, environments, all that stuff. That's a totally different team than the team that's doing cutscenes, usually. Now, that's not always, but most games I've worked on had a totally different team for cinematics department. And they write the story as if it's a linear story. And sometimes those two departments aren't talking very much, and they should be. That's actually the role of the director, would be to get those two departments synchronized. To be a liaison between different departments. That's supposed to be the role of the director.
You know what to do, boy.
Because you wouldn't have your lead cinematics director managing combat. You know, it's just, that does not make sense at all. This is also why I say I've never met like a singular visionary person in game development, because it just requires so many people that are extremely specialized. This guy again. Not the same dude, but his class, whatever he is. Raiton, Royal. Can't read it. Royal Trognaldor. Trogwalder. He's a Trogwalder. Togwalder. Toggo. Too much shit going on at once. What the fuck is happening? He's a Togwalder. Staggered. What do we got? Man, at this rate, I imagine like by the end of the game you're doing 50,000, 60,000 stagger damage. Because I'm on a good stagger. I'll get like 4,000, maybe 5,000.
These poor sods didn't know what hit them.
Poor sods. Favor of Fire. I do like the pickup system. I mean, you're not like actually having to hit a button to pick anything up. After him, go, go, go. They're too fast. Attacking an opponent from the front while it's guarding will deal no damage. Circle to the rear to penetrate its defenses. Certain basic abilities such as Burning Blade and Charging Magic, as well as iconic abilities such as the Phoenix Rising Flames, can instantly break an opponent's guard even when delivered from the front. I kind of guessed as much.
They were expecting it. You don't say.
Dunzo. These guys aren't even guarding, really. Man, you got a really nice spin of flames. Ooh, that's a nice ability. The charge attack. Oh yeah, with a combo like that, you fling them up in the air. That's nice. What do we got? Royal Mastiff. That's a nice touch with the enemy off-screen indicator. That's cool. You know, it really is like Devil May Cry structure. I know people have been calling it that. Final Fantasy May Cry or whatever. But I mean, you go into a room, it's like a beat 'em up. It's actually more of a beat 'em up. It's more like River City Ransom than any other game. Just a beat 'em up brawler. Button mash or Bayonetta. almost feels like it should have just... I don't want to say like it's not a Final Fantasy game, but there's certainly like this feeling. Doesn't feel like I'm playing Final Fantasy. When I think of all the things I associate in my mind with Final Fantasy, there is a sort of a departure going on here. Personally, I really liked that open world sense from 15. I thought, man, they really were onto something with that direction. You get a vehicle, you cruise around. It was like, it's fun, just exploring the world. This hasn't really opened up yet, so...
Then Great Grieger must have plans for us.
I don't know what to think of that. It feels like it's just a linear story. Like this could have been called something totally different. Although, you know, it does have all of your key staples, those Moogles, Chocobos, you know, the crystals.
What the hell happened?
Benedicta.
Little late for prayer, isn't it?
Do I seem so desperate as to grovel at the feet of a false god? I was waiting for you.
Not for too long, I hope. All this for a midnight chat. Well, let's chat then. Where are the men and women you took from Lost Wing?
You mean where's the dominant? Well, you shall be requiring his services indefinitely. Come back to me, Sidolphus. I need you. Think of all the things we can create together.
Don't do it, dude. Don't do
The
it.
world that we can build.
No, she's trouble.
You need me. Your king needs me. I'm all for building a new world. Just not his. That bastard's dreams are as twisted as his promises are false. And I want no part of them.
King Barnabas saved you, and this is how you speak of him. Have you no shred of loyalty?
What? To a leader who'd use me? Like he uses you.
Oof.
You know nothing of me, Sidolphus.
Sick
You're
burn.
right.
She loves him.
I don't know who you are anymore. Or what you want. I only know what you used to say. That you were tired of running. That you just wanted to be free. Free of it all. You weren't lying to me then, so what changed? What made you think you had to sacrifice who you were to get what you wanted?
Sacrifice. I use my talents to my advantage, and you would tell me there is shame in that?
If there's no shame, then why do you feel so sorry for yourself?
Arousing speech, Lord Commander. I was a fool to believe you might have changed. The only person I feel sorry for is you! I can't do this anymore.
Oh, she's unstable.
If you would stand between our leash and his dream, then you leave me no choice. Goodbye, Sidolphus.
Stand back, Clive.
Technically, Sid wasn't really part of my party, so he may very well die here. Whoa, here we go. He's kind of a good dude. Good dudes usually die. They die pretty quick. Just like Clive's dad. Ah, he's too badass. They wouldn't kill him off. Ooh, sneaky. Told you, man. Watch your back. And every bone in his body crushed. No. Oh, why'd you do it? Oh. He's not human, though. No way, dude. Come on. Sid's not done. Not for the count.
Well, Sid. At least it's not 3 against 1. Get him! Give them all you've got, boys!
I'm going to try to just focus on one at a time here. Keep hitting him with that Phoenix ability. Chirada. Chirada. And now I'm confused. Which one was I working on? Oh man, I blew it. I didn't know it was going to be a quick time thing. Yeah, smash. There we go. Staggered. Stay on her. Ah, that was weak. That was some weak stagger damage. Man, the particles are crazy cool. Man, I thought I already toasted her. There we go. One down. I think. Yeah.
Come on. You know what to do.
Man, I hardly have to use potions at all. Well, I might actually have to, right as I said that. Yeah, those Phoenix abilities are powerful. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use one of these. I know there's a quick key to do it, but... Actually, what is the quick key? So just up on the D-pad. Okay. Aye. Look at that stagger. She's done if I get one more stagger. Yeah, you're toast now. Hit her with the Phoenix abilities, and then bam. See almost 5,000. Sparna and Chirada. Sparna and Chirada. Okay, what do we got? Clouded Eye. That's crafting items. I'll take your word for it.
Sid, are you all right?
Dropped a building on him. Statue. And he's like, oh, it's just a flesh wound. Got some blood kicking up. That's from the cigarettes, bro. What do you think?
Benedicta
Sid gonna
will
die?
be on her way to collect the Dominant, if she hasn't already. You can't afford to let them leave. Remember, she has wings, you don't.
What about you?
Before or after I catch my breath?
Sorry. Come on, Torgal.
That's a good way to just leave a big question mark over another character. Especially if the players like that character, you know. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Is he dead? Is he coming back? Are we going to see the guy again? You know. Wounded in battle, but not quite out of the game. They should give you some stuff to break. Come on. Some breakable pots or something. We're given... Twilight Monk has like millions of breakable pots, dude. Just for funsies. Like, why not? Just break some stuff. It's fun. Check out our particle systems. Not that I want people to compare Final Fantasy 16 to Twilight Monk. Please, do not. They had a massive budget. Might as well check every room. Oh, these rooms are so boring, though. Ugh. There's nothing going on in here. Favor of Fire. I didn't quite catch what that does. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's find out. What is the Favor of Fire? Is it just a crafting item? I don't even see it anymore. I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, it's not in here. Oh, maybe at the bottom. Yeah, nope, that's the frozen tier. Again, all this stuff is for crafting, so... My guess is whatever the Favor of Fire is... Oh, is it gear? Is it one of these rings? Timely healing, evasion, focus, metal, timely assistance, cleric's medallion. Complex ability combinations can be... Yeah, okay, I remember that one. Didn't I already have that? No, I have evasion, timely strikes. What's the difference between timely strikes and cleric's medallion? It says the same... Oh, I'm looking at the damn... I'm looking at the Ring of Timely Strikes summary. Okay, Cleric's Medallion increases healing potency of potions. I don't need that. Increases Scarlet Cyclone damage by 8%. 8% is not enough for me to switch it out. No, it is not worth it. But I'm glad I know that. Some opponents can cast Cure spells to heal their abilities. Defeat these spellcasters first. Oh yeah, this guy. Man, he was toast. Like fast too. Ooh. Oh yeah. And when I say toast, I mean like I cooked them. Cooked them up like toast. I kind of cheated. I peeked ahead a little bit. I looked it up online. I was like, I wonder if there's any vehicles, like airships or anything in this game. Nope. That's disappointing. Wait a second. This looks awfully familiar. Yeah, this was that little room I went through. I just went in circles. Let's check the map. And there's no map. Why would there not be a map for this region, dude? Oh, that's just neglect. You're in a practically like a a castle, you'd need a map for this. I mean, admittedly, it's a mostly linear thing, but... Ooh, this is cool. Nice. What is that? A glacier? That's cool. I like that.
Running out of tower.
Do I seem negative on this game? If you're listening to this, I would want to know. I don't mean to. I'm just giving like a genuine just reaction. After, you know, as somebody who's played every one of the games in the series. Admittedly, I didn't play all the FF14 expansions. I got past the Realm Reborn and I was like, that was a slog. I don't mean to be negative. I'm never really like... I don't like to spend a lot of energy just on things that I don't like. But certainly, like, there's some things that I can really appreciate about this game. But I also realize, yeah, sometimes maybe I'm a little hard on it. Or not hard on it, just like... There's a lot of things that are not to my taste. I'll say that. But that's not negative. That's just my taste. Like I could see why they make those decisions. They're just not things that I would do. Or would want to do. For one, I find the combat to be a little bit too... Like, it really could have just been auto battle. You know, like you walk in, do you want to kill these guys? Like, if yes, press this button. You know, if you want to use more magics, press that button or something. Like, it could have been auto battle. Most of this is like super easy. I haven't run into anything that's a challenge yet at all. And I haven't found any areas to grind yet either. And maybe I'm just like still in the prologue. With games like this, it wouldn't surprise me if I just like... You're 6 hours in, and then it says, here's the logo, guess what? You're playing Final Fantasy 16. Like, that was all just the intro. You know. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I think Dragon Quest, what was it, 10 or 11? I think 11. The one that came out last year, a couple years ago. I think that was like that. You play for like 3 hours, and then it's like, dun, 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 dun. Like, here's the logo. Wait a minute, that was all just the intro? And the pacing's so slow that, you know, that wouldn't surprise me. And I'm sure it gets more challenging because I've heard that it's got like this whole Final Fantasy mode, which is like New Game Plus almost, where you keep all the same abilities and just mow through these guys. But that's kind of why I was talking about, you know, is there another playable character? Because I guess that's what I would say, is like the combat, while it's exciting visually to look at all the stuff flashing all over, I don't know what's going on most of the time. And at least with 15 I did. Even though it was fast paced, it was flashy, it was like you're flinging yourself up onto towers and shit. But with this it's just flashes everywhere. And that could be alleviated by allowing the player to maybe play as a different character in the party. Doesn't seem to be any of that going on, so I'm just not sure what to think really. Still, reserving judgment. Still, even after what is this, 5 hours of play, 4 or 5 hours. But it's not hard. And I wouldn't want to like try to make it harder for myself either. By like changing out my rings or anything. It's not like I love hard games, but without any player choice either, that's a strange, like... Could I just be watching this as a movie? Is what I'm wondering at this point. So I'm hoping they give me a lot more player choice soon. Like freedom to go a little bit more where I want to go. Even if it's just, hey, do this mission or that other mission. Like, make some choices that have consequences. You're making a decision, as in, because you chose this, you can't do this other thing. Or even skill tree choices. I'm not really, speaking of which, I guess I do have abilities that I could be allocating points towards, but, you know, is this really player choice? This is all I really get a say in. Okay. That's all I can afford. Charged magic, I guess, yeah. There we go.
You know what to do.
Like a good example would be The Witcher. The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. You know, you do a couple of linear things, and then it's just sets you free. It's like this very, like, do you want to go and do this side mission up in, you know, this castle up here where this, you know, monster is, you know, killing a bunch of people in town, or do you want to go do this other thing? You kind of have a lot of choice. And something like this feels very like, you know, what I did is the same as yours. Another great example, Skyrim. I haven't played Skyrim in like 10 years, and then I fired it up on the PS5 or the PS4 version, and I decided to just play as a race I had never played before. I went to some small town I'd never really spent much time in, started building a house there, and just playing the game in a completely different way than I had ever played it before, and doing quests that I had never seen before, running into NPCs I'd never seen before. Like, to me, that's an RPG. This is so far... I'm not going to complain because the quality of what's here is really good, but I'm just wondering if it's better as a movie.
I confess I expected more from the old man. And less from you. This is the second time you've bested my sisters. Men of your talents are rare indeed. Why cast your lot with such undesirables? If it is the hearth you long for, you will find more than enough warmth under my wings.
You know exactly what I want. Hand over the dominant, and I'll leave you in peace.
You would dare to make demands of me. Know your place, little lamb. Fool is the shepherd who heeds every bleat of the flock. And I will suffer yours no longer.
Must I
she's
spell
strong.
it out for you, Branded? No one is listening. No one at all. Ah!
Come, little lamb, to the slaughter with you.
Ooh, she got me.
Sick of Torgal. Don't let them get away. You know what to do.
She's too interesting to kill her off. There's no way. I mean, I'm going to get her down to like 10%, and then she's going to be like, you're better than I thought. I better leave now. Watch. It's almost guaranteed. I get some good stagger damage. Yeah, 5,500. That's the best one yet. She's getting low. This is where she splits. Watch.
Where is he? I won't ask again.
You paid for that.
Another health bar. Okay. Okay. Phase 2.
Dodge this.
Oh, Torgal, to the rescue. Oh, you're gonna kick my dog. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Cry all you like. There's no one to save you now.
Oh, you in trouble now, lady. You're gonna fuck with my dog? You are donezo. Man, I'm doing so little damage right now. Oh no, I wasted a Phoenix Cyclone. Now I'm doing so little damage. It's finally a challenge. Just watch them potions. Oh, she does a lot of damage though. Actually, I don't know if I can beat her. All of a sudden, it's like skyrocketed in challenge because you're fighting a dominant. She probably has a third form too. Staggered. Here we go. Hit her with the Phoenix. $6,200. That's my best stagger damage yet. I'm gonna have to do a dodge, quick time dodge.
I'll bury you together.
Yeah. Saw that one coming, like a mile away.
Stay down.
Get in close. Hit her with the combo. Watch the heals. I probably should have used like stone skin or... Okay, let's use the stone skin, but I think I have like a thing that boosts attack too. Doing a little bit more damage now than it was. Yeah, let's boost our attack as well. Let's see, we gotta go over to items and strength tonic. How do you assign it? Add to shortcuts. We'll add it to... Yeah, since we already used that. Alright. There we go. We got our strength tonic going. Very minor change. I wouldn't say I'm doing more damage. If I am, it's so minor. Uh-oh. Man, you really gotta watch those potions. I think she might actually whip my ass. I was doing so well. And get ready to dodge. Aw. Staggered? Okay, nice. Hit her with the Phoenix. Double Phoenixes. Nice. And then just keep hitting the combos. Little jump action, little hop. Hop, skip, and a jump. It's almost 7,000 scatter damage. Oh, yeah. Boom. 7,000, that's like the first time I reached that high. This is an epic battle, dude. Oh, she's gonna bail, isn't she? Dude. I don't want to lose Torgal. No, they're gonna save that. They probably will kill him off before the end of the game, though. Whoa, that would have ripped her throat out, dude. I don't care if she's a dominant. Hit her with the Phoenix abilities. Oh.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you, power! Sick of Get him!
Using up all them potions, though.
Sick of
Yeah, if you're not using the potions, you probably die here. And especially if you're doing manual dodges, too. I am on her like glue, man. There's no way she's gonna live. I mean, she'll survive. There's no way they'll kill her off, but there's also no way I'm gonna lose this fight. She's toast at this point. Almost 7,000 stagger damage again. I'm gonna defeat her with a little fireball. That was anticlimactic. It's like a sniper shot. The Will of Fire increases Rising Flames will damage by 10%. 10% is not enough. That's nothing.
You are but a branded.
Yeah, go cry.
How did you do it? How did you even survive? How?
The answer is simple, Benedicta. He was fighting for something he believed in.
Shut up! Why aren't you dead?
We've played your games. Now tell me where he is.
Who? What are you?
What is happening?
Why?
Dude, did he just absorb her dominant power? What? What is happening? That would make sense. I just turned on my computer.
Enough of this.
Oh, drained you. You got nothing.
She's gone.
What? Did he absorb her icon?
What's happening?
Oh, he totally did.
Give her back. Give her back. Give her back.
My lady!
Where is she? Where is Garuda? What have you done to me? What have you done?
I actually feel bad for her.
Look at me, my lady. We need you here. What the hell is going on?
She's just misguided, you know? She's kind of a jerk, but she's also misguided. Nah, no forgiveness. He should have killed her.
You took it from her. How'd you do that? Fuck me. I hope the bear has found a way out. Clive, this place is ready to collapse, and I'd rather not be here when it does. If your dominant started this fire, and I'm betting he did, he'll be long gone.
Damn it all.
Oh, this is the Ifrit dominant.
What was that?
Or the icon of fire.
I created a diversion as commanded, Your Grace. The villagers escaped in the confusion. As should we.
Yes.
Unless if he's concealed because he is Joshua. I mean, is that possible? If you know, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I do read all the comments, so like, don't tell me. No spoilers, please. It seems like the castle would have been a lot more decimated too after all that. I mean, they blew up half of that rooftop.
Oh, look. Morning has broken. And here come the cavalry, itching to butcher the bastards who made them miss their morning gruel. Come on. If they catch us leaving a burning care, people might jump to conclusions.
Right.
Can't we just fast travel? Wings of Change. What do we got? The power of wind. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Geruda's essence. Not the full essence. Just a portion of Geruda. Attuning with the Geruda not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Gouge, a deadly flurry of talons that can tear into an opponent for multiple hits. Ability details can be found in the Abilities tab in the main menu. Geruda's iconic feat, Deadly Embrace, can be used to draw smaller, lighter enemies toward Clive. The action can also topple larger enemies that become partially staggered when their will gauge reaches 50%. Toppling an enemy in this manner can deal significant damage. Okay, super useful. Press R2 to cycle between currently attuned icons in real time, allowing for a more varied assault. That's neat. So it's not like you choose one and you're kind of stuck with it. It's like you get to swap through them. Cooldown times for iconic abilities are displayed around the corresponding icon in the ability widget. Availability for all attuned icons can be confirmed via the colored dots to the widget's right. Availability for all attuned icons can be confirmed. Oh, okay. So you can like blast through all of your Phoenix shift or your Phoenix abilities and then switch over to Geruda abilities. So it's L2 to cycle between attuned icons. It's going to take some getting used to.
Benedicta said you'd taken her power. You don't still have.
Oh, cool. I like that. Just swapping abilities here. Look at all these particles.
Inside me.
Flames. Well, are you not keen to try it out?
They love their particles in this engine. I think this is a good spot to cap the episode. It's getting pretty late for me here. Like 2:30 a.m. That's when I get time to game. The life of an indie game dev. Oh yeah. It's all fun and games. Anyway, I'm looking forward to playing some more. I'm not going to give up on the game yet, although they're starting to give me a little bit more player freedom. This looks like it might be a nice little open world area, or at least a... Yeah, because I can go this way. Well, no, this way is blocked off. So, again, very linear, but, you know, hopefully I'll get a little bit more choice in where I go next, you know, coming up in the next episode or two. So, anyways, come on back if you want to join me for more Final Fantasy 16 shenanigans. All right, see you in the next one. Ciao.